felt inspired to get on here this morning. On my way, I got to go to the VA this morning to go get some labs and see my head doctor, a crazy doctor. Anyway, I wanted to get on here because there's a few things I want to touch on that I see has been getting even more of a growing trend, and that is people on here on YouTube forgetting what reality really is and buying into their own agenda or their own lies they've been telling for so long that it becomes a reality, but everybody else sees the truth. My thing is this: in life, we can be who we want to be. We can be who we want to be, especially around people that don't even know who we are or know the true us. But the thing is, you know you. So why would you lie to yourself? I mean, if you're going to lie to others, you're lying to yourself first, because you're not being true to yourself. There's absolutely no reason. I mean, obviously there's reasons people do it. I mean, for attention, for money, but really, dude, I mean, at the end of the day, you're just deceiving yourself. I mean, if you're living a lie, there's no way you could ever be happy. I mean, because constantly telling lies, you have to tell another lie just to cover up the other lie. And eventually, not everybody's good at memorizing every lie they told. You forget. And then when it comes down to it, there's video evidence right there, proof. Right here on YouTube. All you got to do is go back and look at the archive videos and show, and people can say, look what she said here. Nobody on this earth is going to remember their lies. You forget what you said day from day to day, and before you know it, you got a giant web of just distasteful, unquantified lies. I mean, there's no reason that you can't gain popularity and attention and all the accolades just by being yourself. Because I'm tell you what, right now, if I can't be me and get the stuff that I'm aiming for, then I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want part of anything that's not me, because I didn't create who I am. I was created to be who I am, to be what I can be, and I'm not going to do that. I don't want to falsify anything to get anything or gain monetary or anything. Because I mean, how true is it if I lied and come out and said, well, yeah, I killed people in combat. You know what? That's not even a funny thing to joke about. Or I'm a mercenary. Well, let me tell you something. True mercenary is not going to come out on YouTube and say they killed people or did snatch and grabs. People who have done it don't need to talk. Doers don't talk. Talkers talk. That's only because they can't do. There's no reason that you need to be gaining fame or fortune off the lives of somebody else. Because I'm going to tell you something. I was in the military. I lost brothers and sisters in Iraq and Afghanistan. That's not a thing I would be joking about. I'm not even going to use that. That's not even. I'm a disabled veteran myself. I don't want to use that just to get push. I don't want people to feel sorry for me because I've got something wrong with my brain or something wrong with my body. Because you know what? I'm pushing through. I'm going to earn mine because of my work, my diligence. I don't want people to give it to me because they feel like I deserve it because for no reason. So what? I served my country. I didn't serve my country for the profit and gains. I did it because it was an honorable thing to do. And to be honest with you, I was tired of what I was at in my life at the time. There's no jobs around where I live unless you work at the prison, sheriff's department, Walmart. But I mean, I got tired of what I was doing, where I was at, and I wanted to change some things. And there's no more honorable purpose than to sign a blank check is up to your life as service to your country, because it is what it is. But I'm not going to sit there and use that as a crutch. I mean, I'm the last that's going to raise my hand for something free because I'm a veteran. I don't want to squander the title. That doesn't have nothing to do with it. I've lost brothers. I've decided right now, and before this, obviously months and months ago, I realized, you know, I'm living a life that they can't live. So they were no longer allowed to live their lives. Their life ended. So we must live for them so they can never be forgotten. And I think about this. I look at it this way. What would my brother do if he was still here and I was the one that was gone? You know, so why should I use their name in vain to gain anything? That would be totally wrong. So there's no reason for anybody, especially somebody who's never done anything but sit on their couch all their life in their mom's house or their sister's house or anybody else's house, never doing anything for themselves and never earned anything they have. So if you're going to be a keyboard warrior and YouTube hero, make sure you're consistent with your lies. And when you get called out on it, knowing that you're lying, just take it and know what it was. You've got gut checked. I mean, crap, dude. If you're an intelligent human being, can hold a conversation longer than 5 minutes, which is rare to find these days, there's no reason for you to falsify your past. Because guess what? It's public information. Everything about you is public information. You can get up online and look it up. It costs you a couple dollars. You can do a background check on anybody. So be who you are. Stop at the front. If you're fat, you're fat. Lose weight. If you're skinny, you're skinny. Gain weight. If you want muscle, put muscle on. Don't sit there and knock on anybody. I mean, I'm not going to be putting any names out here because I don't want this video to be me getting traction because I'm talking trash, because I'm not doing it. It's not what I'm doing. I'm not trying to talk trash. I'm trying to point out the fact that you can't obviously be comfortable in your own skin if you're lying about what you did in your life, because you're always going to have to look over your shoulder, see who's coming at you and what lie you're going to have to tell next to cover up. And how can you possibly ever, unless you're a sociopath, how could you ever be comfortable in your own skin? You can't, because you don't even like who you are. You hate yourself so much that you've made up a past and a future and a present that doesn't even exist. There's no reason for that. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to look yourself in the mirror and live with that. Do you really want to be looked at like that? I was told as a kid, it's better to be thought of as a moron than to open your mouth and prove it to everybody. And I love everybody, or I try to love everybody. Some people make it difficult, but it's like this. There's so many false people out there, so many fake people out there. Why don't you be unique and be a real person? Because that's far and few in between to find a person who's genuine, find a person who's who they are. Because if you be who you are, you ain't got to change. Because when you get to know somebody, they know you for who you are, not the false identity that you created. That's how it goes. I mean, you got to be the person you want somebody to like. And if you think somebody's going to like you because you're a liar, not going to happen. People see through those things. As I said before, doers do, talkers talk because they can. And I'm not a talker. I do. You know, like I said before, this is a new journey for me. I have a lot of anxieties and stressors and things that keep me from wanting to do things, but I'm pushing myself through and persevering, because I'm not going to let my disabilities become an inability, because I'm capable. I'm going to do it. I've got strong friends on here that are becoming friends and mentors. Watching them grow helps me grow, and to see the things that others are doing the right way helps me know what I'm doing the wrong way. Because let's face it, I mean, we don't always hold all the answers, but I mean, it's a progress. It's a learning curve. You know, what we don't know today, we'll learn tomorrow, and that's how I'm going to do it. I don't want anything. I don't want to be pandered to. And if I earn it, I deserve it. If I don't earn it, I don't want it. That's just how life's supposed to be. You know, I don't want free handouts. On with that, I don't want to be on a soapbox for a 20-minute video talking about some other person and the way they do their things. Because you know what? I'm not judging you, but at the end of the day, you judge yourself. So there's no need for me to carry on with that. But I know I've been delayed and behind on adding videos to my channel. So here's the start of a new thing. What I'm planning on doing. I'm already late to the dang VA. Traffic's here retarded. But anyhow, here's the agenda that I'm gonna bring along with you. I just got me some new things. VersaGrip, well, not VersaGrip, Cobra grips, because my grip has been going out on my deadlifts, and my grip strength isn't what it used to be. Come on. Anyhow, so I'm setting up for the record, because I know, like I just said a minute ago, if it's on video, it's on for record, and people hold you accountable when you say it. So here's what I want to do. Here's my goal. Here's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna do it as much as I can before I go, because I'm getting ready to go out of the well, it's out of the country, but it's part of the U.S. territory to Puerto Rico to help clean up, make some good money, hopefully, if that pans out for me. But the goal is, right now, as it stands, starting today, well, started yesterday, on the 3 big lifts, I want to squat 405 for 10 reps. I want to bench 405 for 5 reps. And I want to deadlift 600, let's say 600. And I want to do all that by the end of December. The way I'm going, I'm gaining strength. Hopefully I can get a video camera, or a better camera than what I have on my phone, and some better graphics and movie making capabilities with a different with a different computer. My computer is pretty much a paperweight. But having said that, anyway, I want you to hold me to it, because those are my goals right now. I'm steadily losing weight, but in the gain time, I'm gaining muscle back. So I'm dropping, and my weight's fluctuating. It went from last month, I was 225-ish. Now I went down to 209, back to 215. If I can maintain 215 and be lean, then I'm good with that. I'm good. I'm trying to get myself physically and mentally prepared, because next year I'm going to perform in my first ever bodybuilding competition. That's the goal. I want to do it before I'm 40, and that's coming up next year. So we're working on it. I'm in the building phases right now. I'd never have been lean enough to be on a step on the stage. I'm not going to pull a Jason Genova and be 30% body fat and look like garbage. I only wish I had the help that he's got all the time given to him. Yet another person that squanders everything that's handed to him because he doesn't deserve it, because he hasn't earned it. And if he did earn it, well, we're a backwards world there. People like that always have things handed to them, but they take advantage of it and never go anywhere with it. They always squander the gifts and talents. But I'm not about that. I don't want a handout. I want to earn it. If I got it, it's because I deserve it, not because I'm being pandered to and my disability got me. That's not worth it. I don't want it. But anyways, back on me. This is the goal. Like I said, I want to bench 405 for more than 1 rep. I want to squat. Let me change that. I don't want to squat and bench the same weight. So let's say I squat 550 for reps and go with 600 for deadlifts for reps. that's my goal. By the end of December, I'm going to come back on here and see how far I progress. I've already been able to pull 405 for 3 reps, but my grip gave out. I want to get further than that. I know obviously 405 is nothing, but something for me. I may not be doing you know, powerlifting records, but it's mine. It's my record. So who's to say it's not just as important as anybody else's? We all have paths and goals. You know, our journeys are different, but we may have the same goals. So we all have the goal of wanting to better ourselves and be better than what was yesterday. So let's help each other. There's no reason that we need to be tearing each other down. The only reason I say the things that I've said earlier is because I want to do it out of a good place. I mean, really, at the end of the day, how can you really be happy with you if obviously you're not happy with yourself if you're lying? If you're trying to make other people see something that you don't see in the mirror, then you aren't happy with yourself. And there's no way in the world that you have to feel accomplished when obviously you don't have any of the things that you say you have or done anything. Just remember that we paint a picture and people see pictures and fragments and jump off the first conclusion of what they see. They don't wait until the picture's done. They already have an image in their head of what they think the picture's going to look like. So if you're painting an awful picture with your lies and slander and you're falsifying of what you've done in your life, people are already thinking you're a moron. And they only watch you because you're just like they see like a car accident. People want to look at it. They don't want to look away. They know it's going to be awful, but they keep watching anyway. It's just not worth it. Be you, man. Nobody else can be you but you. I mean, there's always something in life other people are going to do better than you. Doesn't matter. Be better than you were yesterday. It's not a competition in that. I mean, unless that's what your life is, you're miserable all the time and you just want to pretend to be something different because you can't be, because you ain't trying. Well, that's all on you. That's not me. And anyhow, let me get off that. I don't want to talk forever. I'm almost to the VA here in about 10-15 minutes. People out there will mentor you. People out there know what you're going through. People out there don't get on there on YouTube and be a keyboard hero. Like I used to call inmates in prison, cell door gangster. Once that door's open, their mouth shuts. But once that door shuts, their mouth opens again. Don't be a warrior online when you know that somebody can't get to you. That ain't funny. That don't make you tough. That don't make you cool. It makes you a freaking silly person. When you get past the age of 30 years old, trying to go out and pick a fight with people is childish. There should be no reason for you to act like a bully or a Billy Badass online anymore after the age of 30. You should grow up and move on with your life, because you ain't going anywhere with that. Nobody really will take you serious. At least I know I won't. I'll think you're a joke trying to pick a fight with somebody online. And when my buddies get attacked, sorry to tell you, I'm loyal to the fault. I will attack back. I will go after the people who attack my friends and people I consider my family. That's just my instinct. That's my nature. It ain't personal, but when you make it personal, I'll step in and intervene, because you know, people out there are trying to get where you're at. Don't put them down. If you're there, teach them, pick them up. Don't attack them because you think your fame is better than theirs, because that's not true. It's just not. You might think of something that you just because you make your life miserable, don't make others miserable as well. That ain't worth it. There's one more thing I want to say. Evaluate yourself on how you affect others. If you're not making somebody's life better, you're wasting your time. So be the best you that you can be possible to no one else but you. Affect everybody you can grab a hold of and reach, whether it be physical reach or social media reach. If you're making somebody else's life better, they'll do the same for you, because you're doing your true calling. There should be no reason you leave somebody's life a total shambles just because yours might be. What you do for others comes back tenfold. Just reach out, man. I mean, if you have questions, get on here, comment me. If you want to message me or DM me on Instagram, Average Joe 1978. Come find me. I'm there. We don't always hold the answers, and we're not always right. There's a lot of people who think they're right all the time. Somebody's got to be wrong eventually. So there's a bunch of people out there that will want to help. You know, look at Cocky Jerk. The man is amazing. The dude is pushing boundaries past where he thought he could be before. I mean, he's already working on 2,000 subscribers on YouTube here, and within a short period of time. Because you know why? Because he's real. People subscribe to real, and he's a stand-up guy, a beast of a guy. I mean, he's talking about mid-40s, but in all reality, he's stronger than some 20-year-olds that I know. In fact, probably most 20-year-olds I know, because they're too lazy. That man's putting in work. If you want to emulate and imitate, get on his channel, the Cocky Jerk, and look him up. I'm telling you, the man is making things happen. And if you think because, oh, I might be 38 or 39 or 40 or 42, oh, it's too late in life. No, negative. That's your mentality that's failing you. No, nobody else is failing you but you. This man just got sponsored by an awesome guy that owns Hostile Gear, Mr. Kirk Hoss. I hope I said that right. But your work speaks for itself. You don't have to sell yourself by words. Your work ethic, your drive, and your dedication shows others your true self. So there's no need to sell yourself. If you really want to be spotted or seen, continue with what you're doing. Consistency. Consistency is key. If you're consistent every day and always do and achieve or try to achieve what you're trying to go for, people see that. Your words only last so long in the air when you put them out there, but your actions last forever. So obviously, yes, YouTube, your words last longer unless you delete the video. But if in life, in general speak, actions are louder than words. People, you don't change lives by your words. You change lives by your actions. People are waiting and watching to see what you do. And if they're watching, if your words and your actions match up, that'll show how consistent you are and how trustworthy you are to be followed. You have to show others that you're worthy of being followed by doing things. If you say you're going to do it, put it into action. As we said before, doers do, talkers talk. There's no in between. If you say you're going to do it, put your effort. You may not be able to do it. You may miss your goal. But I'd rather aim high and miss rather than aim low and hit, if you know what I'm saying. You can look that up. Mr. Eric Thomas, motivational speaker, said that. I wish that was mine. Anyhow, but yeah, y'all be who you are. Be what you're supposed to be. Don't falsify that stuff. Make sure that you are, at the end of the day, true to yourself if you're not true to anybody else. So I'm going to leave it there at that and leave it lie. And like I said, check out the Cocky Jerk on YouTube, on Instagram. Check me out on Instagram, Average Joe 1978. Message me, do whatever you want to do. Whatever it takes, whatever you need. That's what we're there for together, to grow and to get to point A from point A to point B. We all have a destination and a goal. It's not about the destination though. It's about the journey to that destination. So live life, be happy, and be yourself.